I'm going to show the myofascial release, and this is really quite a beautiful technique. You can do it on yourself in particular parts of your body. The reason that you need only particular parts of your body, because you need to be able to reach it, obviously, and the second is that you need to have both hands to do this technique properly. As with all these techniques, you need to have attention, so you need to put your attention into your fingertips. You need to be truly focused, and you need to imagine something in your mind. If you imagine something in your mind, then your body will just do it. And this is very powerful and very accurate. So the principles of the myofascial release are that you need an area. So I'm going to choose somewhere on my neck, just here. This is one of the erector spinae muscles, and I've got a trigger point in this muscle. So the muscle, I can feel the muscle runs up and down here, and I find where the trigger point is. I've treated the trigger point, and now I want to further. This is an extra treatment. So I'm on the trigger point here, and in my mind I'm going to take my thumb and my finger, because that's how I can reach this area on my body, and I'm going to, the trigger point's in the middle, and I'm going to imagine that my fingers are going in through the skin, down through the subcutaneous tissue, into the muscle, absolutely down to that trigger point. So my finger and my thumb have reached the trigger point. So once they've reached the trigger point, then I have a knuckle here and I have a knuckle there. They're on the trigger point, and I'm going to use the knuckle as the fulcrum, and I'm going to lever my fingers apart, just like that. So there's going to be a stretching movement between my fingers. But this is actually really important. I'm not just going to go like that, because that's not what this process is all about. Remember that my fingers, my attention is in my fingers are right down in the trigger point, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just gently stretching the tissues, and I'm aware of the tension between my finger and my thumb. And as I start stretching, it may be that some resistance occurs at this point. Now, the secret of this is that I'm not going to try and force through the resistance. I'm just going to move my fingers either side. So I'm shifting them from side to side until I find a place where I can continue stretching effortlessly. So I move it, and then I can keep moving. As I keep moving, I'll come back to the center, and I'll keep stretching, and the moment I find resistance, I'll search for somewhere else, move aside until I find the muscles will give again, and then back again. And so I slowly and effortlessly and gently and painlessly will stretch out that tight band the trigger resides in. This is a very effective treatment, and it's usually either painless, or you may get a slight pricking sensation, almost like you dig your nails in. And if you go very gently and slowly, this is minimized. So I would feel in here, I would search, I've got a point there, and then I would, in my mind, my fingers have gone right down through the muscle, through the skin, right down into the muscle to the trigger, and then I just start the process very gently, stretching, feeling, expanding, 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 until in fact you can be that far apart, which is, you can go along, and the whole area in between has relaxed profoundly. So that's the myofascial release. The more conscious you are, the more aware you are, the more effective this will be. It should take anything from 20 seconds to maximum a minute, but usually it's within 20 to 30 seconds that you've just drifted out and you find this area in between which is completely relaxed and there's no trigger. And of course you can use it anywhere in your body that you can reach. So I could use it on my chest, I could use it lower down on my shoulder, I could use it in the back of my head, I could use it on my front here, I could use it on my legs. It's a bit difficult around your back, but you could stretch around your back and do it. Your butt, difficult to do this yourself. There are other techniques that you can use, but this is a wonderful technique to be used anywhere that you can reach easily, and you'll know very quickly whether you can do the movement or you can't. And of course you could always teach somebody else. They could watch this video and you could teach somebody else to do this process on you.